She left me everything. The shocking inheritance that tore my family apart. When I was growing up in a small town in Ohio, my grandma Louise was my rock. She practically raised me while my mom juggled two jobs, and my dad wasn't in the picture. Grandma was the one who made sure I had everything I needed: meals on the table, advice when I needed it, and unconditional love. So when she got sick, there was no question in my mind about stepping up to take care of her. What I didn't realize was how much it would reveal about the rest of my family. Grandma was diagnosed with advanced Parkinson's disease when I was 28. By then, I was living in Columbus, working as a paralegal and trying to climb the career ladder. When her condition worsened, she couldn't live alone anymore. None of my aunts, uncles, or cousins offered to help. Everyone had excuses: busy jobs, kids, or just not being good with that kind of stuff. I packed up my apartment and moved back to Grandma's house. It wasn't easy. I had to cut back on work hours, give up a social life, and adjust to a daily routine of cooking, cleaning, and managing her medications. But I loved her, and she had always been there for me. It felt like the least I could do. As the months turned into years, my family's indifference became more glaring. My Aunt Marcia, who lived just 20 minutes away, visited twice in 3 years, and only for holidays. My cousins, Taylor and Jackson, would send text messages like, "Let us know if you need anything," but never actually followed through. Even my mom, who was supposedly grateful, would only call occasionally. The burden was entirely on me. Grandma, though, was endlessly appreciative. She would tell me how much she loved me every single day. She'd squeeze my hand and say, "You're my angel, Sam. I don't know what I'd do without you." That was all the validation I needed. Grandma passed away peacefully in her sleep one chilly January morning. I was devastated. Losing her felt like losing a piece of myself. After the funeral, her attorney invited the family to a reading of the will. That's when the drama began. Grandma left almost her entire estate, $1.5 million, mostly from the sale of farmland years ago, to me. She'd written, "To Samantha, who gave up so much to care for me when no one else would. This is my way of saying thank you." The rest of the family was stunned. Aunt Marcia's jaw practically hit the floor. My cousins exchanged wide-eyed glances. My mom sat silently, but I could see the tension in her shoulders. At first, everyone acted polite. "Grandma always loved you so much," Taylor said with a tight smile. But within days, the texts and calls started rolling in. "Sam, don't you think it's fair to split the money?" Aunt Marcia demanded. "We're family," Jackson argued. "Grandma wouldn't have wanted us fighting." Even my mom chimed in. "Honey, you know your cousins are struggling. Sharing a little wouldn't hurt." It quickly escalated. When I refused to divide the inheritance, they accused me of manipulating Grandma. Aunt Marcia even hinted that I'd somehow coerced her into writing the will. Aunt Marcia and my cousins tried to contest the will. They claimed Grandma wasn't of sound mind when she wrote it. Thankfully, Grandma had updated her will just 6 months before her passing, with a lawyer present and medical records confirming her mental clarity. The case never even made it to court. But the family's bitterness didn't stop there. They spread rumors about me around town, saying I'd isolated Grandma or taken advantage of her. My cousin Taylor posted a scathing Facebook rant that got shared dozens of times. I couldn't even go to the grocery store without feeling people's judgmental stares. After months of harassment, I made a decision. I wasn't going to let toxic people drag me down. I blocked their numbers, deleted them from social media, and stopped attending family gatherings. It hurt, but I knew Grandma would have wanted me to protect my peace. I used part of the inheritance to go back to school and finish my law degree. I also donated to Parkinson's research in Grandma's name. The rest I saved for a rainy day. It's been 3 years since Grandma passed, and I've built a life I think she'd be proud of. I still miss her every day, but I carry her love and lessons with me. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this: family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up when it matters.